Abuse and domestic violence in Sarasota County is growing right now, and experts say what's worse is that shelters are filling up while food pantries are running dry. SNN Local News 6 reporter Jessica Jordan is live with us right now. And Jessica, county leaders are saying that these days it can be really tough for victims to find resources.
Well, Adrienne, they say it's extremely tough, very challenging these days to find resources to cover a victim's basic needs, from utility payments to groceries, especially since there are more people in need than ever before. We stopped by an open forum today where experts were talking about the impact of domestic violence. For many victims of abuse or domestic violence, starting a new life presents a whole new set of challenges. That's the case for Stephen Falk, who recently moved here from California.
I'm an incest survivor from age 3 to age 9, and I dealt with that in therapy.
The abuse continued. As an adult, he suffered a brain injury as a victim of domestic violence. But when he recovered and began to rebuild his life, he had nowhere to turn. I
chose to give up the homes, the cars. I chose to become homeless. I went to a shelter for victims of domestic violence in Lancaster, California.
Resources for victims of violence in Sarasota County are drying up. Christina Farnsworth is the victim's advocate for the sheriff's office. She helps people find resources to supply victims with clothing, utility payments, and emergency housing.
Food pantries, shelves run empty. The places that we send people out to for utility assistance often have no money.
The Safe Place and Rape Crisis Center, also known as SPARK, helps victims get back on their feet. They say more people are using their shelter than this time last year.
We have many more people coming in for much longer stays. We are having to double up families sometimes in room because of the amount of people that are seeking emergency shelters.
Victim advocates say 25% of women will experience domestic violence at some point in their lives. But Stephen Falk is the minority. He says he plans to use his experience to help victims.
Am I a good resource for that? Of course I am, and always glad to help. So if there's something from my experience that I can give to others, I'm always ready and available to do that.
And Spark also tells us that 1 in 5 high school girls has reported being abused by a boyfriend. So local counselors are saying they see people of all ages requesting their services.
Those are pretty startling statistics, Jessica. Are they seeing those same statistics in our area?
They are. They're seeing them locally and nationally, and especially the counselors here with the sheriff's office say they see this all the time, and the problem is that these resources are really just drying up.
All right, Jessica, thank you very much.